Welcome back to another episode of Just
We back.
I don't.
Oh, and I hit the Chance the Rapper, man.
So I don't know, since you've got a little bit longer of a drive than me on the way in here, was everyone on the road driving like absolute lunatics? Because everyone from my house to here for like 20 minutes, people were like, dude on a crotch rocket flew by me at least 100 miles an hour on like Westgate City.
I don't know what it is about this week, but people's driving has just been terrible. There's just been so much stop and go for no reason. Like, I thought there was an accident on my way here because, like, whatever this street is, I don't know, Wendover, one lane was blocked off by a cop, and then further along, there was, like, another cop, and they were sitting at a house, but everybody was cool, and the family was hugging the police officers. They were sitting there just talking. I'm just all like, so traffic is held up 2 miles because you guys want to, you know.
Well, I think it also doesn't help. It's like, what, 5:30?
Yeah, 5 o'clock traffic.
6 o'clock.
Yeah,
6 o'clock on a Friday. But people were just like, even
besides the time, it's just like, what is your excuse?
People were just flying by me. I almost got hit twice. It's just like, I don't know what the issue is today, but
I've been dealing with a lot of slow drivers, if not people that want to just ride your blind spot. Like they speed up so they can stay right there at your back window.
I was coming down, I don't know what the road is, but there was somebody coming in, like trying to merge, and there was nobody behind me for like a mile. I was like the last person in like this group of cars. And so like they come in and they come up right beside me. And I'm like, okay, they'll just slow down. So I'm just kind of driving like minding my own business. And then I see their hood start to like creep up in my passenger window. And the road runs out like in like 20 feet. And of course I start cussing. I'm like, just tap the brakes and get behind me. There's no one behind me. Like, what are you doing?
I hate when you try to get over and somebody just refuses to let you over, even if it's not even like a whole bunch of traffic and you're just all like, no, you should have been got over. It's kind of deal. It's literally like you got a good 3 miles to go, but you just want to get over, and somebody's just like,
Yeah.
And it's like, it's so stupid. And then you catch the light, and then they almost get in an accident, and then you just got to sit there and look at them like, see, shouldn't have been worried about me.
I always, anytime nobody will let me over, or like if they act like they're not going to let me over, I always call them asshats. Like,
I do it all. I have no intentions of getting over anyways. I just see you being petty. So I'll sit there and I'll ride with my signal on and let you like completely tailgate that person in front of you. And then out of nowhere, I'll just make a right. It's like,
it's all about distraction.
I just want to see you get in an accident. Hopefully I get that opportunity one day. Also, I don't know if you've been keeping up. Celebrity news time.
Oh, we got to talk about the Trump thing.
That
didn't happen.
Yeah. I thought you were talking
interesting.
About going to jail.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was waiting on it.
I was too. I was
waiting
all
on
day
it.
Tuesday. I was like, so I'm waiting for the news.
I was like, let me see if Trump actually get his stride. I figured it wasn't going to happen considering he's announcing it.
Yeah.
That was a little weird.
Which, one of the things, like, because you sent it to me on last Saturday?
Yeah.
And what I didn't understand was he was like, I'm going to be arrested on Tuesday. And then it was like all this, like, hoopla that he always types out in tweets or whatever.
That's what he do best.
And then at the end, it was like, this will be a landslide victory in the 2024 like presidential election. How? Where does that correlation happen?
I feel like it's a publicity stunt. Like maybe it's like a marketing scheme, and he's really, really trying to run for presidency again.
I think he is.
But he's been shouting it for like 2 years straight now. So
I don't know what him getting arrested, like how that would help his case at all. But that's just me.
This nation's so messed up. I don't even think it matters anymore.
No.
Like I feel like that whole Trump and what's her name? I'm about to say Bill Cosby. Bill.
I don't think that's her.
Right. Shout out to Bill. But no, what's her name? Dang, how I really forget her name like that?
Melania.
No.
I don't.
What's her face? Wife. I really forget her name. That's crazy. She was just running for presidency against Trump. I'm over here drawing a blank. It was literally 2 years ago, before Biden. It was between Trump and
Elizabeth Warren.
Huh?
Elizabeth Warren?
No. Was she was literally the why can I not Bill Clinton's wife?
Oh, I don't know his wife.
Hillary.
Oh.
Cheese and
How
crackers.
did we just blank
Cheese
that
and
hard on Hillary Clinton?
good
on
God,
Hillary Clinton?
she really doesn't matter. That is
Oh my
crazy.
God.
I thought I was having like an Alzheimer's episode. I was
forgot
like,
about
I
her.
really cannot remember her name. This is getting ridiculous.
I forgot about her.
Good God, that was scary.
We both blanked that hard on that.
That was scary. Wow. But yeah, ever since that whole presidency, that whole president election, Trump and Hillary, I was just like, the world is doomed. It's literally turned into a sitcom.
Yeah.
How did they even make it?
Yeah.
We were doing so good. Minus George Bush, but everybody makes mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. I get it. That whole.
Well, I mean, I feel like I've been alive long enough to realize that when it comes to this, there's this reoccurring thing with every presidential election, is it's like this big like hyped up thing, and then like somebody wins, and that side's like woo, and the other side's like this sucks, and then we give it about a year, and then everybody is like, okay, this sucks, especially like now, like at this point,
I just feel like it never used to be like that. It always been like, yeah, this side roots for this side, and this side is over here like, no, you need to root for this side, and then this side wins, and they're like, woo, and then the other side is like, oh, that sucks, but we'll deal with it.
Right.
But then ever since that whole Trump-Hillary thing, it was just like, oh, both sides are just like, oh.
We're like, well, I mean, I guess if I gotta vote for my
Whoa.
side.
And and the only people that were pretty much rooting were the racists.
This is all I got.
So it's just like you had racists and women rooting. All the normal people. Just all like, oh, I'm staying out of this one.
And all the extreme Baptist people, like my grandma, like her Bible thumping people.
Oh my goodness! It's like I don't know what happened. I just don't know what happened. And now we got Biden, and it was like, okay, hopefully we're going to back to that old Obama, Clinton, Bush kind of deal where we'll make a mistake and we'll just deal with it as it goes. But now it's just Biden's up there and he gets lost mid thought. I don't have the debate, half the conferences, half the rulings, the law. I can only listen to about 2 minutes of what he's talking about, and then I'm just like, where is he even going with this?
He doesn't know. It's literally that Michael Scott quote from The Office where he's like, sometimes I just start a sentence and I have no clue where it's going. And that's literally every time he opens his mouth. It seems like I don't know, man. Like right now, and this isn't even like knocking like just Democrats. I'm just talking about like this specific presidency. Like what is going on?
I always hated talking politics. But
the more, I'm not thrilled either. But.
Yeah, the more the years go on, I really hate talking politics.
Yeah.
It's like at this point, it used to be like it's so stupid because it really doesn't pertain to us. You just want to get in a war for no reason. And nowadays, it's just all like we're literally making ourselves dumb by arguing over something so stupid.
Yeah, like, dude.
It's like an episode of SpongeBob.
If we could just
entertaining, but you're really getting stupid. And the fact that you're taking it serious is making you look way dumber than what you are.
As a collective country, if we could take all the energy that we put towards like in the aggression to like the other side and put it towards like, I don't know, anything that's useful like to society, we would have like flying cars by now.
I'm trying to tell you. Because I'm tired of prices going up and we got no results shown like to better our lives. Gas going up, eggs going up, but I feel like
everything sucks.
I feel like we're just slowly keep taking steps back. If we're putting in more money, like you said, we should be having them flying cars. Random thought. Speaking of flying cars, I just feel like we already have them.
There's prototypes.
We've been had them. Not even like legit. Like, oh, there goes that Kia Optima flying in the sky type of. I just feel like flying cars are helicopters. That's as far as we're going to get.
Yeah, I mean, honestly,
like what else do you need
in our lifetime? Yes,
not even in our like in retrospect. Like I feel like when they were thinking about making flying cars, they just came up with a helicopter. Like what would a flying car?
I mean, some helicopters.
What is a
wheels.
flying car to you?
I mean, it does have wheels. For some do.
Wheels, stationary.
Yeah,
flight.
It doesn't need a runway. It just goes. If
you take away the propeller. Yeah. That's legit a flying van. So like we been had flying cars, so we really got to stop saying
I'd say I'd say it's probably not as comfortable as a car, but I mean if you're sitting in like the back of a helicopter,
times is changing, so I'm pretty sure they'll go ahead and throw the suicide doors on a helicopter and give it some plush Rolls Royce seats.
I'm surprised like Tesla hasn't done something like that yet.
They
Fun
got
fact,
cars that can drive on water and stuff like that.
You mentioned Rolls Royce airplanes.
Jesus Christ, they got a Rolls Royce airplane. Rolls Royce is
Rolls-
making airplanes.
Rolls Royce
Like
is-
they got an airline now.
No, that like Rolls Royce is the one that like manufactures like a lot of airplanes.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah.
super
Oh
expensive
yeah,
company.
yeah. I know
That's
that.
crazy.
Rick Ross actually has a propeller. I'm sorry, not a propeller. Excuse me, an engine. No, he has a propeller too, but he added that in something else. He has a what you call them? You work at the airport. It starts with a T. The big old thing, the engine. The
Turbine.
Yeah, he has that in his house as a big dining room table.
That's sick.
Oh, it's nice.
That is the least
It's
subtle flex
nice.
I've ever heard.
Man, what
That's
Rick
dope.
Ross be flexing so hard, low key, and nobody pays him any mind. That's why he always be winning. He's gonna be one of them rappers when he retires. He just does stuff.
He's gonna do like Shaq.
Yeah, like
He's
Shaq,
just gonna have, like, all
Shaq
this stupid
and
stuff that
Snoop Dogg. You
You're gonna
know,
see him on like general commercials.
Shaq is not even that. Shaq is a whole live DJ. Like
Yeah.
he's up there with Steve Aoki or whatever.
Yeah,
like
he's performing at like EDC and
yeah,
like
it's
stuff like that.
it's ridiculous. And then Snoop Dogg, what out of all the shoes, Skechers? You just do stuff. You know, your best friend
Because
is Martha Stewart. You have a whole cooking book. You own a football team.
If you're Snoop, you've already earned all the street cred. You're done. You don't need. There's no more to earn.
They legit just be out there doing stuff, and that's how I feel like with Rick Ross. Like ever since he bought a farm.
Oh, I saw where he bought a bunch of like livestock. Like
we got
horses and
cows.
shit.
We got more cows coming in. He was so excited. I'm like, what does this dude know about farming? Dude,
And he lives in like Miami.
yeah, you know, like one of the Mexican people that he had hired. No offense, I'm sorry, I just don't know the name of the company, but it's actually a Mexican company. That he had hired to like clear out some trees and stuff was overcharging them. Boosie did the same thing. They went ahead and fired him or whatever, or like ended their contract, and then bought like a whole bunch of good chainsaws and was doing it himself. So you see Rick Ross out there have no idea, ain't no rope tied to it. He just cutting stuff down. It's like, what are you doing?
I just picture that video of the guy with the chainsaw with the rope where he's just like throwing it around, like trying to cut the
I'm
bushes.
just like, man, what? And then it's like, and then what else? He also put a car museum inside his house.
Because why not?
Yeah, he bought like 200 classic cars, and he's having like a whole car auction, car show, museum kind of deal in his house. And then he also bought more land, like more properties to actually have like a legit car business, car show kind of deal.
I can respect if you have money like Rick Ross has money and you're spending it on an airplane turbine as a table.
That's a flex. Everything else he legit has his money coming back to him. But for you to be like, I want a coffee table, but not any coffee table, take that engine off that plane right there.
Yeah,
like,
just throw some glass on it
Yeah,
and make it a
you
table.
know?
That's or like if you're out buying like livestock and like land just because. I mean, it's not
But
like
once again, that's
he's
your
not
money.
harming anyone with it.
That's your money coming back to you, especially because it's us right now. Like our generation is taking over. You're not gonna find any grandparents no more, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And like you can tell
that's
and you can
scary.
tell that by people's careers and stuff like that because 9-to-5s are just like not popping. Like they're not popular. If you have an actual job, you looked at as being a goofball.
Right.
Which is crazy. So you can really tell, like, you know, our GGs, our big mamas, they just really not around no more.
Yeah.
People are filled with, you know, drug dealing, OnlyFans, stripping, you know, entrepreneurship, LLCs, but actually have no kind of business plan, you know,
Influencers.
PPP loans with no employees. You know, it's easy to just go ahead and sit back and scam on life.
Yeah.
So the fact that he has his money actually coming back to him legit wise, you know, being with the livestock is not him like just flexing. Now, him buying the turbine and making it as a table, that's just a flex. Like that was just a waste of
I'm gonna
money.
see if I can find a picture of that because I want to see that.
Yeah, it's on his Instagram and stuff. But yeah, that's just
actually insane.
that's just a waste of money to me. But for him to buy like livestock and just clear out a whole bunch of land and have his own eggs and stuff and like that's how
my mom has chickens at my parents' house.
that's dope, man. Because like I said, it's us in a generation now, and we're messing up. Like we can't even eat salad because our lettuce is plastic. People are dying over rice because it's not real. Like everything that we use to clean our house, if not eat healthy, is getting discontinued. I love Fabuloso. Makes my house smells amazing. Got them kitchen tops looking all laminated and smelling good.
Shiny and-
yeah, you know, it's like I got a world full of clutter until I walk in my house. Then it's just all like, whew, thank God I'm home.
Yeah.
But now it's just like, dang, I'm breathing in cancer.
Yeah.
Now all
the time.
Fabuloso is getting discontinued. I boil it, so I should be good.
Well, that's like I've
You know,
I've been saying for a while now. I feel like people are, because I mean I'm getting ready to turn 26 this month, so you're like 4 or 5 years older than me. I feel like people that are, maybe 31, 30 to like 24, 25, that like 6-ish span, we are like at our, because like the people are like right now, like I'm 25, like I just said, I'm about to turn 26 later this month, and
did you
people
just
are
say
like,
you decided you're going to turn 26 later this month? Did you just say that? Did you just say you decided you're going to turn 26 later this month?
No, I said I just said.
Oh,
I thought. I don't think I said
thought you said I
decided.
decided I'm going to turn 12. I was saying you had a choice there, buddy.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna turn 26 or 27 the month after.
Yeah,
that,
you know,
just because I feel like it.
I may go back to 25.
But like I feel like we live in like such like a weird, because we're like, it's that shift. It's that shift from, like what our parents did, going to work every day and working a 9 to 5, whatever, to now it's like, oh, I just want to be an influencer. I just want to like start my own business,
Oh, yeah,
or like
man.
this and that. And so like people like me and you are just kind of like caught in the middle of like,
Facts.
should I
Facts.
go to work every day, or should I try to like just become famous?
I mean, I got an old soul, so I'm kind of used to routine.
Yeah, so do I.
And it's like, I don't mind change, but if I see stuff changing for the worse, it's like I can't get with that, if not get offended, because I think for the future, I already see where stuff is going. So by the time I already blow my top, and then people be like, oh, this man is tripping. But then when stuff happens, I'm able to glide right by it, because it's just like, I seen that coming 2 miles back, you know? But yeah, it's that trickle down generation. It's crazy. It's about the babies raising babies now. Like I tell my girlfriend all the time, 94 and up, y'all are weird. Y'all are weird.
Oh, that my sister was born in 94.
94 and up, y'all are weird. I was born in 91, so those 2-3 years that you guys missed out on, I don't want to say you really missed out on much, but God, it shows. God, it shows. Like, I'm talking about from just the Black Lives Matter movement, so to speak, and I don't want to go too deep on that. And it's just all like, how can y'all mess up such a game plan? Now it turns into a whole debate, and people just acting ignorant and throwing Black Lives Matter in there so they can up their companies. And it's just all like, don't sell out your own people. Or even if like the whole wearing romper phase, like,
oh yeah, we talk.
We go in the drip and fashion and want to talk about, Young Thug wearing a dress, or Jayden Smith being weird as all get out, but then y'all turn around and want to wear a romper. And it's just like, we got so much violence and stuff going on these streets already, and people being stupid, and just got to be careful on who you roll up on. But then you turn around and you want to make your challenges eating Tide Pods. It's like, I don't want to pull that old person card and be like, back in my day, or these young kids out. But at the same time, it's like, man, y'all are getting weirder and weirder.
Well, speaking of the whole new generation and like people not actually having to work.
Like, people don't even dance no more. My bad, I didn't mean to cut you off. It just threw me, because I remember being a kid, and then the closest thing we can get to sex, so to speak, because, you got to make plans to have that unless you want to get in trouble and be on punishment forever. The closest thing we got to that, is going to parties and getting some twerk.
Oh, yeah.
So, but nowadays, the dudes are actually dancing. It ain't nothing wrong if you really about to fit in a dance, bust a move, or do what you do. That's what's up. We all support a good line dancing or a good trend. But I'm talking about legit, like, hip twerking. Like, you walk up to a girl and pull her hand. That's usually initial sign, like, come on, dance with me. Throw it back a little bit for the one time. You walk up and you pull her hand, and then next thing you know, you start twerking your hips and doing some kind of movement, and then she join along with you. I'm like, I'm lost.
And now we're all twerking.
Yeah, it's like I'm just confused. I don't even know. Like, you can't even play twerk music no more. It's crazy.
Well, what we were talking about, like, people not having, like, this next generation, I'll say, not having real jobs, or what we would consider a real job.
Yeah.
We were talking about this before we started recording, was people that like panhandle.
Yeah,
and that like make however much money.
Yeah, like, I had looked it up. It's probably higher now, because I remember I looked it up a couple of years ago. But panhandlers, like legit homeless people that sit out on the corner and got nowhere to go, and like been out there all week, sleep with their little puppy dog on the street, feet out, cooling, that's their home. They make at least $35,000 a year.
Which is
give or take,
absurd.
Which is crazy.
Like,
I'm talking about something. If you work at McDonald's, and not now because I don't know what the minimum wage is, But if you work at like McDonald's or 7-Eleven or what, you're competing with a homeless dude.
Dude, I work at the airport and I'm competing with a homeless dude.
like,
I work around airplanes and I'm
Like,
competing with homeless people.
like it's crazy. So who knows what the people that actually fake it, got their car across the street and went and kicked off them Jordans and put on them Shacks talking about some help me.
Park like 2 blocks over.
Yeah, you know what I'm
over
saying? Like
into the median.
their dog just left the dog park and he looks extra dirty. So it's like, oh yeah, let's make him look all pitiful. But yeah, they probably make like bread.
And they make like cash.
Oh yeah. But it just goes to show that, with this generation, they found out that 9-to-5s aren't it. You don't have to sell your soul just to make bare minimum.
To work, you don't have to. You don't have to go to work and work your ass off 5 days a week.
Like
to make just enough to
like
pay the bills.
if I work hard for an hour straight, I'm talking about everything's hurting. My mental is completely shot, and I just drained. And then at the end of the day, you hand me $15. It's like I can understand your frustration.
Yeah,
that shit is crazy.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, it's just all like, if you're willing to endure your character being slandered or your opportunity being deprived or your name just dragged through the mud, like just have no pride whatsoever, you'll make bank.
It really just comes down to a pride thing.
Yeah, you'll make bank.
Am I mentally tough enough to just
I
deal
wish
with that?
it was just a pride thing, but no, you'll make bank. You will legit make bank. There is no way I can work on Google and they find out I have an OnlyFans and I'm still good to go.
Really? You think so?
Depends on what I'm doing on OnlyFans.
Well, I mean, I think we all know the majority of what OnlyFans
That's
is
not
for.
but that's what I'm saying. That's that weird. That's that weird generation, man. That's that 94 and up, man. OnlyFans was supposed to be created for people that are legit entrepreneurs with legit businesses to go ahead and market their product.
Or saying it wasn't even originally like a sex thing.
Yeah, not even.
We just made it into
not
that.
even close. Not even close. It was like, yo, market your work for free. You earned it. You know what I'm saying? Up it a little bit. Here go free promo.
Then society
and then somebody, put their little ding-a-lang or, them tiddlings on the internet and realized they ain't get charged, ain't get flagged, if anything, they were getting mad bread.
Yeah.
You got this ignorant little girl that's on the show, Dr. Phil.
Oh, you talking about the Catch Me Outside girl?
Yeah, bad Barbie, bad baby.
Bad baby, yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool. Regular little statistic, bad little girl. We watch Steve Welkos. We hip to Jerry Springer. We love Maury. We know how this gonna go. Not once did we think that we were just gonna give this ignorant little girl a rap career, demean her after that, say that she's trying to play another culture, demean her after that, put her on the internet. I don't even think she was naked when she had hit 18. I think they was saying she was showing bikini pics.
She started on OnlyFans, I think literally the day after she turned 18.
Yeah, like midnight, 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
And then
she was making like 500
broke bank.
Yeah.
I'm
That's
talking
insane.
about something. She wrote a check, tried to cash a check at a bank, her bank would bounce.
Yeah. That's absurd. And it's crazy
and that's a little girl.
Yeah. Like barely an adult.
Which means y'all been keeping tabs on her since Dr. Phil.
Oh, yeah.
And she has no talent whatsoever.
No, none. She has none.
Well, that Best Friend song do go kind of hard. I ain't even going.
But I mean, with her whole situation too is Dr. Phil has been notorious for inadvertently kickstarting people's careers like that.
Oh yeah, because
she's a perfect example.
Clearly the show is scripted.
Oh yeah.
But they also had a turnaround in their career. They got this one bad tail little kid. They show him 2 years later. Now he's working, has his own water company because he used to sell water out in the streets. And then it's like, oh, he's legit a dude that works in a water company. Let me go ahead and contribute to his GoFundMe. And now he owns his legit. Now here comes Deer Park,
Yeah.
This little girl disrespects her mom. We're going to send her away to boarding school. She's going to come back, catch me outside. How about that? Ain't nothing changed. Now I'm a rapper. Matter of fact, nah, I take my clothes off of money. I own OnlyFans now. And it's just all like, what just happened?
I just hate
what is wrong with the job nowadays?
I just hate how easy it seems for people to blow up and get really big, but at the same time, it's one of those things where you really have to hit it just right.
I don't think so, man.
You know what I mean?
I don't think so. I think that's where it goes back the first time. If you're able to disrespect yourself to a T, I feel like you can make goals, because I say it time and time again. Sex in depression will be a forever trending topic. I say it all the time. If you're
Yeah.
willing to just demean yourself and put away your name, what you stand on, your birth, as soon as you're half your mom and you're half your dad, all you have is your name. If you're able to disrespect your own name, you'll
Yeah.
make bank.
Right. Which is super like
You'll
right.
make bank. Like I
mean-
said, if you're willing to show the world your face on the corner of that median begging for money, you get what you're gonna want. You're gonna get what you ask for. You're gonna
Right.
get your money. But it's only because people feel bad for you. If you're gonna sit there and have sex on camera, yeah, you're gonna get what you want. But you understand you're gonna have to work harder in the future. You're gonna have to work harder to get that job you want. You're gonna have to
Oh,
work.
yeah.
You're gonna have to work harder to get that ring.
Yeah.
You know, like Pinky. Pinky and Tiana Trump. Man, what? Those are legends.
Yeah.
They've been keeping me alive since I was in 5th grade. Like I had them VHS, DVD, all the way till I could download it on my phone. There should be no reason why they cannot get what they want. They try to kick off a rap career. Tiana Trump's actually trying to find love. Stop. You know how hard you're gonna have to work?
That's a good that comparison. The Tiana Trump thing is the same thing that I've seen in like interviews with.
You
like,
were sucking Lil Pump's toes, and you talk about something you want to get married.
it's the same thing. It's the same thing that I've seen in like these interviews with Mia Khalifa, right? Where they'll like
Love me
ask
some
her a
Mia
question
Khalifa.
about whatever, and she'll talk about like everybody just looks at me for and like assumes this and like thinks this of me. Like yeah. Yes.
Wait,
You-
what do we?
You
I'm
literally,
sorry.
I've seen your butthole more than I've seen my own. What do you expect me to think? Like, what do you think I'm gonna think of
Like
you?
you are the reason that I don't have to initiate anything.
And it's that's one of my biggest things, especially I guess with like porn stars, is they'll like Mia Khalifa, for instance. Again, she doesn't do porn anymore. She hasn't done porn in I don't know how long,
But she will forever be known.
but that's all she's ever going to be known
That's
for.
her character.
So you
That's her
can't.
character.
So if you're her, you can't sit here and
Chris
be
Tucker
upset
has
about it.
yeah. Chris Tucker hasn't been in a movie since who knows when, but he will forever be Smokey. If Pinky, come on, man, you learned this shit in elementary school. Negative plus a positive will always equal a negative.
Mm-hmm.
If Jada Fire was a real estate agent and she was known for selling houses, and then out of nowhere she went to go do porn, what do you think she's going to be known for now? If people are going to point at her and be all like, "Oh, she sold me my mansion."
Right.
No. Oh, I just downloaded your flick on LimeWire.
Yeah,
You
I'm
know,
not,
it's
like I'm not hopping on like Pornhub and being like, "That's my real estate agent."
At all.
Like that's how I know her. No, it's like that's
It's just all like you can do what you want to do if you're ready to demean yourself. Understand, like, yeah, there's fast money. You're definitely going to get paid your worth or what you think your worth is, but you're going to have to work harder to get the future you want.
right.
And that's where people fail to realize. And they always want to be like misogynistic, double standard, blah, 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 my body, my choice. It's like, no, nobody wants to walk around with funky breath. And if they do, somebody at least needs to tell them. So we have to, like, for you to be like, you can do this, which you can, and you can still have your cake and eat it too, that's cap.
Well, you just made a good point about the difference. I think like the main difference between, like I said earlier, like our generation and like this next generation is we were raised like you go to work and it's like this. It's sort of like a slow build. You know what I mean? Like you make money, you save it up, you do you pay your bills, whatever you got to do. People now, it's like I want it right this
Yeah.
second. I can get it right this second.
Like when it comes to relationships, most girls think the man should pay for everything.
Yeah, that's annoying as hell.
Annoying, but at the same time, understandable. Provide and protect. That's what we come across, you know. And as somebody being raised old school, I believe the same thing. I believe one day me and my girl can get off this whole 50-50, or if I got it, you have no worries, or if you got it, I have no worries, and I can legit just transfer over to I handle everything while she kick back and protect my legacy kind of deal, you know?
Yeah.
Which is love. But understand, you get that if you deserve it. So
Yeah.
you can't sit there and fawn around and be all like, oh, the reason I'm single because these men ain't ish, or I need to do with a bag, or I need to do who's going to blah, blah, blah. Understand, they're all over. They're all over. Good, bad, ugly, fat. You can have your pick. Anybody is willing to just go ahead and pay 100%. But you have to deserve it, which means you have to give me things that the next dude has never seen or had. You can't have 4 kids, 5 baby daddies, and then expect for me to pay for everything.
Yeah, no, that's definitely not happening.
You're not about to have my crib looking like a Uber service. Like one dude come in, another dude leave, one dude come in. You know what I'm saying?
no.
You're not about to sit there and
That's just disrespectful.
sell your body on OnlyFans. I don't care how much money you're making. Like, I would hate just to be walking down the street and some dude be all like, yeah, I seen that, or I had that for $12.99. It's all like, dang, that was supposed to be mine.
See,
but
when
me
you put
personally,
when you put it like that, that's
I mean, I'm just going by based off of what dudes think, and I ain't even going by me because me personally, I don't care if my girl have an OnlyFans. I full live support it.
Oh no, you're crazy.
It's all
That's
about.
not the first time I said you're crazy, but you're crazy.
It's all about a trust thing. Believe me, go ahead and break them. They was gonna pay for it anyways. But that's like a trust thing.
Yeah.
So if you're single, you got to work harder to get that relationship, to get that trust. If you're in a relationship and you're sneaking doing it, you have to know like that's not going to work well in your favor. If you're in a relationship and both of y'all are mutually agreeing and okay with it, then cool. The world is your playground, but all I can say is don't let other people in your relationship because that'll just mess it up.
Yeah.
Hence, Jada and Will Smith. Everybody from like middle school, high school era, they was all in their business saying, oh no, I can't believe Jada's doing this. I can't believe Will Smith gay. I can't blah, 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 blah. You know,
Jada.
It's just all like, let them do their thing. When they first admitted that they had an open relationship, I was like, that's stupid. Why would you tell the whole world? Why would you let the world in your relationship? But on the other hand, I totally support it. I'm totally for an open relationship because like it's a bigger support system. It's not about sex. It's just all like, if somebody can't agree on, if your significant other can't agree on what you're doing and same vice versa, there is no common ground. There's only a break, a breather, and then getting back together and we'll bypass it.
Yeah.
That common ground can be an open relationship because maybe now somebody can see it that person's way and able to explain it to you and same vice versa. And it just be all like, yo, that's my bad. It has nothing to do with sex whatsoever. Like, I wouldn't care if my girl had another boyfriend. You know, it's just all like, because I don't know. I'm blunt. I'm brutally honest. She tells me time and time again, I don't know how to talk to people, but I don't want that to be the end of our relationship. So if she hit up Mr. Charles or Timmy, you know, just to go ahead and have a quick nightcap or a date night just so she can go ahead out and event, by all means, do that. Get it off your chest because if you do it to me, I'm going to give you the same, fuck you. Ain't no way. You know, so I'd much rather you vent and come back and explain it to me in a manner that I understand that'll learn how to relax me versus us just arguing back and forth, shit get flown, crazy sex, and then just be all like, okay, cool, we bypassing the situation. It's like bills. It's not going to go away. We're going to see this moment again.
Yeah. You're going to have, I mean, any relationship's going to have its issues, obviously. But again, I've said this before and I'll say it again. Your outlook on relationships is just vastly different than mine.
Everybody say the same thing, but I'm just like, fair is fair. I'm raised by straight females, so to speak. So it's just all like, I get it. I don't like the whole double standard thing. Standard thing. So, and that's for women or men. So it's just like, if you could take it, you should be willing to give it the same thing, you know?
Yeah, don't dish it out if you can't take it.
Okay? So, like, if you could sit there and slide in all these girls' DMs and disrespect women to the T, then you should have no problem with your women sliding in dudes' DMs, if not kicking you while you're down.
Yeah, that's rough.
Fair is fair. Don't play with nobody's emotions if you're not ready to have your emotions played with.
Right.
So it's just like the whole Jada and Will situation, when they open up to the world that they're in an open relationship, that was stupid for letting anybody in your relationship, regardless of how you put it. But at the same time, congratulations, the world is your playground. I hope you're able to grow from it. I didn't know that meant when you were in an open relationship, you were taking your kids' friends too as well. That's rough. That's a no-no.
Yeah.
That's a no-no.
So
you got your son emancipating himself. You got your daughter cutting yourself. Who knows where your first child is? And what do y'all do with that? You create a red table talk, and then your money is now based off the depression of your marriage.
Yeah. Well, you talking about them, like Jada and Will putting everything out there for like the world to know. That is,
but this is besides the point. Like, they had plenty of options to fix this. You gotta understand this been going since high school.
Oh yeah.
Like, I mean, it ain't like we're talking about your movies or your music.
Yeah.
No, the only way your name is still in the play because y'all keep doing crazy acts. It's just like it. Now we're tired of it.
Yeah. Now it's just like, okay, like we get it. Can we do something else now? That's one thing that I will say that I do respect about like certain people in Hollywood that don't put everything out there. Like even like really famous people that like you wouldn't even know that they're, you know, they have a significant other or that that's like the quarterback for the Dolphins, Tua Tagovailoa. Dude's married with a kid. I didn't learn that until like 3 months ago.
Yeah.
And the kid's like a year old.
Hell,
I didn't even know he had a girlfriend.
Hell, Drake been number one for like 20 years plus, and we found out about 3-4 years ago that he had a kid. That was crazy.
Yeah.
And that wasn't even because of him. That was because some dude was hating. Shout out Pusha T, man. He's a beast. He is the GOAT.
Oh, I forgot about
But
that.
yeah,
I forgot about that
it was
beef.
like, dang, you dissed the GOAT and did a great job to the point where he ain't want no smoke, and then you just disappeared again. You just out this man's business. He couldn't even concentrate on writing a good bar for you because now he has to cover up everything that you just said. He
Yeah.
has no choice but to bring his kid to games now.
Yeah.
He has no choice to let us know that he was married and divorced.
What's
he
the
has
kid's
no,
name?
like, huh?
What's Drake's kid's name?
Adonis?
Yeah, that's it.
I think so.
He's
He
like,
had
all
a
right,
real cool
Adonis,
Greek
like, we
name.
gotta go out in public again. Let's go to the,
It
like,
was all
whatever.
like, oh, you really had a
game."
kid? That's wild.
Yeah, that's crazy. That you're just, that, like, he really just put him on blast. And was like, oh, yeah, by the way, he has a kid, just so everybody knows. That's
Yeah.
like walking in a room full of gas
Mhm.
and just lighting a match and throwing it and just walking out and then just
But-
not caring about it.
But just going back to what I said, if you're willing to demean your character or just accept straight slander and look stupid, you will make bank. Because,
Yeah.
like I said, Drake ain't do nothing about the Pusha T situation. We turned him into a whole meme. We could even get a diss. Like, we saw how he did Meek Mill. He destroyed
yeah.
Meek Mill and even gave him a job after it, which was crazy. Meek Mill was on all Drake features after he done spanked this man like he was a child. Pusha T came on, did the same thing to Drake, and we thinking Drake gonna do the same thing like he did to Meek Mill, but Drake ain't say nothing. He was eating all of that. Pusha T disappeared. Drake once again rocked on for another 10.
It's like, I kind of respect how, like, the whole Pusha T and Drake thing, like, they came and, like, butted heads, and then they just kind of, like, mutually, respectfully were like, all right, we're done here.
They didn't
Like-
even butt heads. They came, Pusha T sucker punch, dipped off, and Drake is just sitting there holding pearls like,
kicked him in
oh,
the head,
you know,
and
just
left.
sitting there like, oh my goodness, what just happened? And we made this man a rich man, even richer than what he was. I was like, man, this is crazy. Like, if you're willing to just demean your character, you can become a rich man. You could become a rich man. Wale said it best, man. These hoes sell their souls just to buy some attention.
That just made me think of this. One of my favorite ever Lil Wayne lines. Lil Wayne and, like, his puns. You know what I'm talking about? Like, in his songs.
He got hella
Is-
puns.
Is he the I don't remember what song it is, but he said, I tried to pay attention, but attention paid me.
Maybe. Yeah.
I was like, damn.
Yeah. Yeah.
Actually, though, like,
Facts.
it's just one of the many.
Facts. Because Lil Wayne always gets ridiculed at least every year, once a year.
But
once a year.
he's still like all time will be in, like, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Oh, you giving Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Well, that's just like the Music Hall of Fame. It's just called the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. But
Gotcha.
yeah, but he'll be in there one day, because, like, people like our age, in, like, middle and high school,
Yeah.
grew up listening to, like, him
Yeah.
and Drake and, like, YMCMB.
I never liked Lil Wayne.
What?
Yeah, I'm not gonna say I wasn't a fan.
Another unpopular opinion.
No. I definitely bang with his music. I get credit when credit was due. He's a beast. He's a beast on the mic, or whoever his ghostwriter is. But I don't think he has a ghostwriter. I think he just goes in and freestyles on top of freestyles, and then
Yeah.
just records it.
And then it just comes out right.
Yeah. But him as a person, nah, never.
Why?
I just feel like he's fake. He's a big sellout. Like, I feel like he's not about that life at all.
About
At all.
what
Like,
life
not a
necessarily?
business life, not a street life, not a thug life. I feel like he's a snake.
So you feel like he's just like this dude that just, like, makes music and that's it.
Yeah.
Like, he's not really
Yeah,
about
yeah.
anything.
Like, I would like to say the same thing about Birdman, but Birdman, he a twisted dude. He definitely about that life. But I just feel like Lil Wayne's the type to keep selling out people for a better deal,
yeah.
so to speak, because it's crazy how Young Money is so big. Like, Young Money got a lot of people under their belt,
Yeah.
but nobody represents Young Money.
I was about to say,
but
I haven't
Lil
heard
Wayne.
of Young Money in like, I haven't heard that, like, anyone that's like Young Money, like, never.
like Young Money, Cash Money, Young Money 2, you know, that whole
Yeah.
Lil Wayne Birdman kind of.
Yeah.
They pretty much, them and Rock Nation are competing with artists and stuff. They got a lot of artists and stuff under their name, but nobody's representing it.
Because, I mean,
You see people all the time throw out the Rock,
yeah.
you know, or at least put up on their music videos or on that little production thing about who produced it, who was written by, you know, who they're
Yeah.
signed to Mm-mm.
Interesting. Because now that you mention that, I really haven't heard anything about Young Money or any of that.
Not since NLE Choppa got signed, and he's still signed to Cash Money, I think.
And meanwhile, Lil Wayne's over here, like, skateboarding at the barracks or something, doing, like, kickflips.
Every time he lands a kickflip, he loses another dread.
Is that like his status?
He's
like,
been skateboarding for so long and he's still ass.
Yo,
Just a random thought. My bad.
No, you're totally right. I follow him on Instagram because I used to skateboard, right? And like I wasn't like X Games mode, but like I'll watch him skate and he'll do like something, and the whole time he's standing on the board. It looks like it's the first ever time he has stood on a skateboard.
Or like he'll do like a shitty ollie and feel so proud of himself.
And well, what's crazy too is in those videos of him skateboarding, anytime he does anything, there's always the people like he could do like a kickflip off a curb, and people in the background are like shouting, clapping and whatnot.
You would have thought he just did the 900.
Yeah, like, really. I'm like, calm down. That was not that impressive.
You talk about a yes man team they got, but I'm like, he's been skateboarding before Truck Fit. And nobody wears.
Oh my God, Truck Fit.
Nobody wears Truck Fit.
I don't think I've ever, even when Truck Fit was big, I don't think I ever.
When was Truck Fit big? I have never known anybody.
Well, I mean, like
that's like Aku, T.I.'s label.
Who?
T.I.
Well, I know the T.I., but what the what?
Aku, AKOO. That's his. T.I.
I've never heard of that in my life.
T.I. still wears Aku. I see that stupid fox on his shirt. I'm like, come on, man, get that up, bro. I don't even think Shaq wears Shaqs.
Oh my God, the Shaqs.
He made $1 million off of Walmart. I don't think he ever touched his own shoes.
And one?
Yeah, and one, right. I don't think I'd never seen Shaq wear a pair of Shaqs.
Oh, that's crazy. But I mean, I'm talking like when Lil Wayne would like mention Truck Fit in his songs. Like back in, when I was probably in high school. No one came to
Sorry for the wait, dedication 5 days.
Yeah, nobody came to school like with a new Truck Fit hat and was like, look at my Truck Fit hat. It was just like, oh, that's cool, I guess, that he has his own like clothing line, but like nobody cares.
Nobody's buying it. And it used to be posted up everywhere too, like in the good stores. So you would just think, but yeah, nobody wears Truck Fit.
No. Nobody. I don't think anyone's ever bought any. Well, I mean, sure, like, somebody has, but
when you took up skateboarding, we was a little iffy. We was just all like, that's weird. But then when we actually seen you ride a skateboard, it was like, oh, he's actually getting somewhere with it.
Yeah.
But now here we are touching like 10 years later down the line, and all you can do is still just ride a skateboard. It's like
do like minor tricks.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, dang, Tony Hawk's daughter is like in 7th grade now, and she's competing in the X Games.
That's crazy.
So what are you doing with your life? You've been skating longer than Tony Hawk's kids have been alive.
How old is Lil Wayne? He's got to be in like his late 40s, right?
I want to say like mid 40s, maybe
mid to late 40s, something like that.
I wouldn't even say late 40s. I don't think he's touching 50. He's not that old. He's got to be like 42.
He's up there.
41.
He's getting there.
Yeah, he's definitely getting there.
Oh,
even Drake's talking about retiring, so it's like,
well, yeah, he's done enough.
Yeah.
I was watching a scary movie the other night, and I thought of a pretty intricate would you rather for you.
Uh-oh.
That I saved just for you.
Okay.
Just for now. So, like in scary movies, people will see like in Smile, for instance, like the girl sees the girl kill herself.
Yeah.
And she starts seeing.
I actually seen that. That was actually a really good film.
Right. So in real life, like if this were to happen like tomorrow. Yeah.
Knock on wood.
Would you rather have like voices in your head trying to like tell you to do stuff?
Oh, shit, I got that now.
Like hurt people and like hurt yourself?
Oh, I ain't got that one.
Or would you rather like see stuff? Like see like in your house, like see somebody like just standing in your doorway that like you don't, like a ghost, like you don't know.
So would I rather hear violent thoughts or would I just rather see random ghosts? Sure,
you can put it like that. So like would you rather it be more like in your head? Well, I mean, it's all in your head, but would you rather like hear in your head like voices that are like trying to get you to hurt yourself or others, or would you rather have to deal with seeing just like these entities around your house that are like super creepy?
Are they doing anything weird? Or are they just popping up random places?
They're just like you're at the fridge, you shut the fridge, dude's right here behind the fridge door.
I actually rather have that. I'd rather have that.
Why?
To have like a normal conversation like we're doing now, but my inner thoughts is just like slit his throat.
Okay, yeah, that's scary.
Nah, I'm cool. I'd rather,
I'd
rather just be sitting here talking, chilling, and next thing you know, excuse me.
Like there's a guy behind me.
Yeah, just casually walks past with a briefcase. Oh, yeah. Excuse me. He's the ghost of KZL. Just excuse me. My bad. Yeah, I'd much rather see the briefcase guy than just some just hearing random
or if you
messed
were
up
or if you
thoughts.
were seeing stuff, if it was like one of the people from Smile, where your house, you get up in the middle of the night to go take a piss, and there's somebody just that you don't know just standing in the doorway smiling at you like that.
Cheesing.
Smiling that super creepy
It would
smile.
be just like Smile. Like I would die.
No, you wouldn't
Oh.
die. It would just be one of those things where it's like you would see it and be like,
Yeah. I'd much rather take hallucinations than just hearing violent inner thoughts.
Yeah, okay.
I can't explain that.
No, I mean it's like the way you like what you just said when you were like, I would much rather see something than be sitting here trying to have a conversation and be like, kill him.
Yeah,
Like, that's actually freaky as
Jesus
hell.
Christ. Like, I got to get a tooth extracted next month. And God forbid I'm laying here under anesthesia while the dentist is just messing with my tooth. And then I hear, yeah, take out his tonsils, make him bleed out. And now I'm running out of the dentist's office like, oh,
Yeah.
he's trying to kill me.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah, I'm cool. I'm cool.
Then they're just gonna put you in like a crazy house.
You know?
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, that explains how every horror movie goes.
Yeah.
When you hear voices.
Even in Sixth Sense, the little kid that was talking to Bruce Willis, maybe before your time, he was like, I see dead people. Yeah, you know, it's all like, hey, he ain't go to no crazy house. he
To our knowledge.
probably needed to, but you know, he was still Gucci. Yeah, I'm cool on that one. I'm good on that. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. If you were to make the rules for hell, what would people have to endure? What would be their torture?
Well, I think that would be more focused on like the individual person. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So like, because isn't hell like what do they say about hell? It's like when if you go to hell, you're just like in constant like misery, and you're like it's like the worst thing ever.
Eternally burnt up by flames.
Yeah,
kinda
and like
yeah. What would be your torture though? What would be your hell?
I don't even know where to start on that. What to even
I like.
so what would yours be?
I would
Maybe I
make,
can get some kind of idea of what mine would be.
I would make people stand in line. Like just like
In the
legit,
summer
like the DMV, like take a number, stand in line, and then once you hit the like your number 2 million, blah 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 blah, and then once you hit that 2 million, blah 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 blah, you got to take another number and go back in line.
Or it just resets.
Yeah,
Oh man, that would be awful.
because there's nothing worse than standing in line and you get up to the front and it's the wrong line.
I would say I would probably make people sit, which I personally cannot drive a stick shift car, but I would make everyone sit in bumper to bumper, sit still traffic with a stick shift car. Because that's how your thigh starts cramping up. You gotta like
you
stretch
have to
out.
hold the brake. Hey, no, that's some bullshit. I mean, I guess you could just put the car in park. What, the e-brake?
Yeah.
I guess you could just.
Yeah, because I've heard from people that can drive sticks that like being like when you hit traffic, it's like the worst imaginable thing that could happen.
I can believe it. Shit, I barely know how to drive a stick shift myself.
You know what's weird? I've never attempted to drive one, but I've had so many dreams before where I'm driving one. I don't know why. I have no clue why I have dreams about me driving a stick shift vehicle. But for some reason, like
Maybe-
I'd say at least like once a month, I have a dream where I'm driving
maybe
something.
that's like a sign.
Something's manifesting.
Yeah, that you need to go ahead and learn how to drive stick, so that way your next car that you should get will be a beast. Like your next car is going to be like a McLaren or something.
I mean, it probably wouldn't hurt. I mean, honestly, I think
Hey, my mom, first thing I learned how to drive was a steamroller.
before like a car,
Yeah,
that doesn't sound legal.
I stayed in Bermuda for a little bit with my dad,
Mm.
and I was like anywhere between like 6 to 9 years old. And he showed me, he used to work at the trash company, and he showed me how to drive a steamroller. And then we wake up in the morning, and I hop in the steamroller, and I get to crush all the cans and then push it. But that was the first legit vehicle I learned how to drive. And then even when I got back, my mom would just make me like drive her little raggedy Geostorm. Shout out to all the old people that remember a Geostorm.
Geostorm, I know. Yeah, I remember Geostorm.
You know, I would always back out. Like the first thing I learned how to do was like just back out of a driveway. I always backed up the car. But my mom always saw fit that I learned how to drive any and everything. Because
Right.
people get stuck on the road all the time.
Oh yeah.
So God forbid you get stuck in a car that you don't even know how to maneuver.
Well, before I worked the job that I work now full time, I was a valet. So I've driven everything from nothing stick shift, of course, but I've driven everything from Maseratis to Teslas with butterfly doors to like 98 Buick with like the back door falling off.
Teslas get out. Shout out to Elon Musk for making them things. But Tesla is an amazing car to drive.
It's confusing, honestly, because you get in it and, you know, usually there's just a wheel and a screen. and you're like, okay, now what? And there's like, do you have a card instead of a key? What do I do with that?
Buttons on the back of the steering wheel.
Yeah,
you know,
like it's because like
one giant iPad for your dash.
yeah, it's got everything you need. Like
I love it, man. I love it. It's so smooth. It drives by itself. It goes like 0 to 60 in like a second.
well, they've I saw a thing the other day that Tesla's been having issues with their cars crashing because like and that's nothing. I don't think it's anything really new. I think they've been doing that since they came out, really.
Yeah.
But they've been like crashing because like the computer just takes over, or the computer doesn't recognize
Other people's driving.
yeah, like it doesn't have a human brain. It can't assume that something is going to happen like a human can.
Yeah.
Like if I'm driving, I see some dumbass, and they're driving like a dumbass, I'm expecting them to do something dumbass.
Yeah,
the car just is driving.
That's what I said. That weird generation, they don't know how to just have that common sense. It's just all like, yeah, the car can drive by itself, but understand that's just a bonus. That's just a privilege. But
Yeah,
I still got to work this thing, you know. But even if I don't support that, because now their focus is going to be making the car more human-like, which is like what we were talking about before with Elon Musk doing the whole Tesla, buying Twitter, getting rid of Twitter, taking up AI. You know, it's you're trying. I feel like he's trying to make this technology more human-like, so to speak. And if that's the case, I'd be mad as all get out if I get kidnapped by a Tesla. Like I said in the address, and I see you just drive past the exit. It's like, oh, that was strange. Maybe you know a shortcut. And then you drive past another exit, and now I'm on this whole big warehouse Elon Musk robot trafficking scheme where they're cloning me, and then like
you roll up on like an I Am Legend warehouse of just
but
robots.
instead of the robots, they're cloning humans so they can send them back home, no questions asked, and then the real me is like in Guatemala making shoes.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, it's just like, oh, I missed my exit. Oh, missed that exit. And now I'm in Indiana.
And
like,
then it's not like it has a door handle. It's like it's a button. It's like, oh no, let me out of this car.
Well, see, AI is starting to freak me out. I think I said that last time. AI is like freaking me out. It's getting in my opinion, they're trying way too hard to make it everywhere. Like AI is okay. Don't get me wrong. Like with your phone, even with your car.
I don't know, man.
It's getting out of control in my opinion.
It's always been slippery slopes to me. I feel like technology should just be technology. Humans should just be human.
Like now, like this whole I'm sure you've seen like the deep fake thing where like you could be talking and then or like it could be me talking, but somehow like they put like your face on me.
Yeah,
that's creepy.
And
that is so
creepy. And the fact that they're letting us know this now,
like what is real? That's the craziest thing.
Exactly. Like I remember when Will Smith created Instagram, and he said something about that approach probably about a good 4 or 5 years ago, where he was just like, I haven't looked like this in years. I'm actually completely out of shape. And then they had like the whole green screen artificial thing. And I'm like, that can very well be true because you literally just did it. And now the fact that they're actually showing us like, who knows how long this has been a thing. So what's real? Are celebrities actually celebrities? Do these people legit?
And that goes into the whole conspiracy thing of Hollywood.
It's just like, are we living in a dome? Are we in a whole life simulation? We were thinking about this person, but nobody actually seen this person until we started asking about him. Now he just pops up out of nowhere.
Yeah, and like one of the videos I saw was this guy that he started talking. He was Morgan Freeman at first, and he's talking in Morgan Freeman's voice, and he's like, I'm actually not Morgan Freeman. Then it switches to the real guy.
Yeah.
And then he like cycles through like Joe Rogan's voice, Obama's voice.
I've seen that too. It's scary.
It's freaky, dude. Like it's making me question everything. Like I didn't already.
It goes back to what I said. If you get kidnapped and then they clone you and bring you back as a robot,
nobody's gonna know.
Nobody would know. We joke about it all the time, but now it makes you think. It's just like, is Kodak Kodak? Is Gucci Man? Like, I get healthier lifestyles by default because you're literally getting taken away out of your environment and put in something to make you healthy, if not rehabilitate you, so to speak. So, your skin will get a little bit more clear. Yeah. Your veneers will show a little bit more. You will look a little bit more healthier. But at the same time, that was a drastic change. Kodak does not look like the old Kodak.
Yeah.
I'm glad he acting like it and stuff like that. But Gucci Man, damn sure don't look like the old Gucci Man.
Well, ever since, all this AI and stuff and like this whole deepfake thing, I've also been thinking the same thing. Like somebody will just pop up out of nowhere and look completely different.
There was a rap.
I'm like, is that really
There was a rapper not too long ago. I never listened to any of his music, but I think he was on the up and coming. He was a weird dude, completely tatted up. He dated I forgot who he dated, but he dated somebody that was known for just dating people. Let's say like Lori Harvey or something like that. I don't know.
And that's it.
Yeah. His name was like Kid Boo.
I don't know. I don't know who that is.
shot like a weird video where basically saying like he was being cloned or whatever like that. And he had like a chip in his hand and stuff. And like he like put something on his wrist and was actually legit showing the chip. He picked up his hand and just put it on the screen and you could see like a little vial. And then he bought a person in there that looked exactly like him. But then I'm just like, all right, that's a little pushing it because like clearly that's like photo grid or Photoshop where you know, whatever.
People
but
do that on TikTok.
But ever since he made that video, I never seen him again.
That's weird. I don't know, man. There's so much.
And he was like legit on the up and coming. It was like if I was asking about Ray Shrimmer, you know, the mannequin people. I ain't got no type.
Yeah.
You know, like if I was asking about them, you know who they are, and then they pop up. Okay, cool. But like, let's say they just disappeared.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Dad, what happened to Ray Shrimmer? Shrimp Life. And people like, who? Like you just did, Kid Boo. Who? It's like you know, I ain't got no type. You know, the song. It's like I ain't familiar. It's like, oh my God, I don't know, whatever.
Like,
and then
I guess I'm in my
and then
own
they
head.
just pop over in social media out of nowhere. I don't really want to be with you. You know, like just singing a song and stuff like ain't nothing happened. It's like, okay, so we gonna act like y'all ain't disappeared for 10 years?
Yeah, like, dude, stuff's getting weird, man. It's like every day it's just getting weirder and weirder. It's getting more confusing and more misleading and more, like, not real.
Yeah. Besides that, have you, last thing I'm gonna go over is pretty much the Tekashi 6ix9ine situation. Are you familiar with him?
Yeah, are you talking about how he got jumped?
Yeah. I'm a little skeptical about it. I don't know. I don't think it's real.
Honestly, him, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, it's always like the little boy that cried wolf. So now I feel bad if it is real, but at the same time, you get what you deserve. But then on another note, I just feel like it's another marketing scheme.
Do you know, have they said, like, who it was or, like, who they think it might be that did it? Because I just saw the video.
That video ain't come out yet.
I just saw the video of him, like, I guess in, like, the little locker room, and the guy that was recording was like, yo, like, I'm a fan. Like, I'm trying to help you. Like, and he was all beat up and everything.
That's the video I saw. Like, every day for, like, the past 4 or 5 days, that's pretty much when it got leaked. It's been little snippets coming out, which leads me to believe that it's not real. Because he did the same thing with the whole live, oh, my chain got snatched and I got jumped. But then like a week later, see, I got my chain back kind of deal. But we're going to keep that on the hush-hush. Oh, these guys kidnapped my daughter and messed with my baby mama. And then a week later, I went ahead and put all these guys in jail.
I mean,
it's just
with him, it's kind of a slippery slope because I could see him like faking some stuff like that.
He usually does.
Not that actually not happening. But at the same time, ever since he got out of jail, he really hasn't, like, you don't really hear that much out of him.
Yeah, musically, no. Well, you hear stuff. He stays trolling people, but no, like
But he's not like going out of his way to like be in the spotlight.
No, because people gotta understand they got this, like I said before, they got this lifestyle by demeaning themselves.
Right.
Legally or illegally, conspiracy or in reality. They got this lifestyle by demeaning themselves completely. So they're not gonna mess it up. Right. He's here to mess everything up. He's trying to he's an informant. He's trying to catch everybody in a RICO case. Me personally, I believe he's an informant. But ever since he got out, he's always been trolling everybody, but nobody's ever paid him any mind. And everybody says the one thing. He walks around with mad security.
Oh, yeah.
Like that's pretty much all we get out of him. So one, you're at a random gym that has like all of 5 people in it. You're a celebrity.
And all 5 of those people jump me.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you're a celebrity. Nobody wants to run up, take a picture, sneaking pictures of you. The only people that snuck a picture of you was a couple working in the corner in the back.
Or the guy in the locker room after you got jumped.
After you got jumped, now there's a random guy in a locker room
there's
video.
There's no CCTV in the gym.
Yeah, exactly. There's no like, yo, get that camera out my face. There's no security running up. Yo, put that phone down. Yo, give me your phone. There's no police outside.
That is interesting now that you mentioned that he does have mad security.
Yeah, like you're getting jumped. And now the video came out yesterday where it shows a legit video of him getting stomped out and jumped and everything like that. And I'm just all like, hey, that's cool. Good acting. Looks real. But at the same time, if I ever got jumped in a public place, there's some staff, especially a gym. There's some staff or something that's coming to help me out, break this stuff out. I at least want to hear people yelling, "Get off the him! Stop it! Let him go! That's messed up, y'all!" Something. There's like 3 people jumping you right now. You're allegedly getting kicked in the face and stomped in the stomach and punched in this locker room, and there's people there recording you. Where the staff at? Where are the personal trainers? Why isn't this gym? Why don't this? I've been to plenty of gyms, especially like locker room gyms and everything like that. In every locker room, there's always an old guy butt naked.
Yeah. I don't go to the gym, but I can imagine.
Where are the old people at that's naked changing clothes?
Not even like in the background.
You know,
There's just some old dude.
it's just always some old dude struggling to put on that. I don't know why you're putting on a button-up shirt before your pants, but you know, it's all
Like why are you putting on your attorney outfit to leave the gym? Like, just throw some shorts on, dude.
But the gym usually always have people in it, and usually the older you are, the more closer you are towards the locker room. I have
Yeah.
never seen any kind of gym at any time with only 3 people in there, and
Yeah,
that's
that's
including
weird.
the staff.
Yeah.
Like you said, where's the CCTV?
It's not like he's gonna be going to some like little podunk.
Yeah,
gym.
like where's the police report? Where's the people helping you out? Where's your security guard?
Yeah, that is weird. That definitely could be a publicity thing.
You definitely had a security guard because there was a guy there that was telling old buddy to put the camera down. He let you get beat up. That big swole dude let you get beat up like that.
And where was he?
He just happened to be taking a cigarette break and you got caught lacking.
But so it's like I have all this security anytime I go anywhere, but when I go to the gym, I have one security guard with
You know
me.
what I'm saying? And then
at
I'm
all
just like,
times.
that whole snitching thing happened about 3 years ago, probably. So you had 3 years of straight trolling and locking people up and putting them in jail in interviews, and somebody waits till now to put hands on you?
Yeah, honestly, if anything, yeah, it would have been right after he got out. He would have been getting his ass kicked left and right, shot at.
Yeah,
like,
you know,
like
we already
everything.
seen a video of you getting beat up by an angry fan and stuff like that. So we know you can fight, and we seen like a legit video. It was like at an airport. We seen your security hop in it. We
Yeah.
seen mad police pull up. We seen you falling all over on the ground while the other dude is pretty much getting slaughtered. Like, we
Yeah.
know what a legit video of you getting beat up look like. It's out there. So this is just like, it's a little iffy to me.
It is kind of fishy.
A little iffy.
Well, on that note,
Yeah.
this has been another episode of Just Kicking It, talking about a bunch of stuff.
Just random. So yeah, I guess, yeah, that, yeah.
I guess that's it.
Yeah, we back.